Hi YouTube, it's Squee again. I was supposed to give you guys a video the day before yesterday, but things have been just crazy. That's my son. Day before yesterday, I went to the seminar with the surgeon I chose. I did things a little ass backwards. What I mean by that is, I know a lot of people go to like seminars for several surgeons to help them choose their surgeon. I already knew that I chose my surgeon before I went to his seminar. However, I needed to go to his seminar in order to schedule my consultation with him. He finds it important that his prospective patients know all of the information, and he feels more comfortable with believing that they know the information when he's the one giving it to them, which I can respect. I am a Medicaid patient, and there are only 8 bariatric surgeons in all of New Jersey that accept Medicaid. I live in very, very northern West Jersey, and 6 of those 8 doctors are virtually at the bottom of New Jersey. 2 of them are somewhere around the northern middle area. Those 2 doctors, one of them is not accepting new patients, and the other one didn't have an opening for a consultation until the end of October, beginning of November. And I wasn't comfortable waiting until the end of October to start my journey. So I already knew that I was going to have to go far away from my house to get a doctor. That being said, when I was first given the list of doctors, the list of 8 that accept my insurance, all of the doctors, now let me preface this before anybody sends hate comments, I am probably the least prejudiced person on the entire planet. I am about love for everyone, always. However, that has nothing to do with my verbal ability, or things that exist within my vernacular. I was given the list, and I couldn't pronounce the names of 7 of the doctors. There was a lot of Indian, Arab, and 1 Russian, I believe, name, or possibly Albanian. And not that that makes me feel particularly uncomfortable. I'm saying it mostly because I can't tell you the names of any of the other doctors that take Medicaid in New Jersey. I can only speak to 1. And when I was first given that list, I looked at the names and I saw the name Adam Goldstein. And now, having grown up where I grew up, and that's in a very highly Jewish populated area, I myself am Jewish, a very highly Jewish populated area of suburban New Jersey, that name resonated with me right off the bat. So I knew that even though, sorry, hold on. What would you like, baby?
Can I open it for you?
Yeah, I'll open it for you. Organic cookies for my son. Even though he was way far away from where I lived, that I was going to at least meet with him. So, given that the problems with the 2 that were closer to me, I automatically, I knew, I had done my research on him on the internet, on the linernet. Oh, I'm so scatterbrained because of the last 2 days. I had done my research on the internet, and he has a fantastic track record. He really, really does. He's the head of laparoscopic surgery in his hospital. Well, it's not his hospital, but in the hospital that he works out of. And so I went to his seminar, and I found out one thing that I did not know, and that is that he no longer does gastric bypass surgery. He only does band and VSG, the sleeve. The reason for that And if anybody who knows anything about the way that the doctors get paid for the surgeries, gastric bypass is the most profitable for the surgeon. Lap band is the least profitable for the surgeon. You would think more so because you have to go back more times, but that actually is what brings down the amount of money that the doctors get. They make the most money by far of gastric bypass. The reason I bring that up is because I questioned his motives when I first heard that he didn't do it any longer. Because I had heard that before I went, and then I read about patients that he did gastric bypass on, and I went, oh, it must be a rumor, or what have you. When he said, I no longer do it, and then he explained why. Please be quiet, sweetheart, okay? Till I'm done. Thank you. And then he explained why. I had to respect his decision. And I actually am kind of happy that he doesn't do gastric bypass anymore. Because I know that I would have talked myself into getting the gastric bypass simply because of the numbers that you're given. Like all over the internet, most doctors give you the numbers of your percentage of extra body fat that will be lost, or the average percentage of extra body fat that will be lost with any given surgery. Lap band is here, and then the sleeve, the gastric bypass is here, and the sleeve usually falls somewhere in the middle. I knew right away from the beginning that I didn't want lap band. I am wholeheartedly opposed to having a device in my body. I'm not okay with it. I would never get an IUD when I was younger and contemplating birth control. It's my personal thing. I've seen people work the band and it work out great for them, and that's wonderful. It really is. And if my doctor told me that he genuinely thought that that was the option for me, and it was the best thing that I can do, and it was way better for me than whatever other choice I was trying to make, then I would probably go with my doctor. But as far as I've spoken to my doctor and my surgeon, they actually think that for me, my choice, which is the sleeve, I've chosen the sleeve, which is part of the reason that I'm making this video, to tell everybody that I've made my final choice. And unless something happens between now and my pre-op diet, I'm sticking with the sleeve, because my options are the sleeve or the band. He doesn't do gastric bypass. What I was saying is that I know that I would have talked myself into having the gastric bypass because of that extra 10% of extra body fat lost on average. And I think I would have possibly regretted having that sort of irreversible surgery done. The sleeve, to me, and it's everybody involved in weight loss surgery, it has their own thing, and it's very much an individualized journey. But the sleeve for me is the right choice, because it will allow me to, although I will have far altered my life, my eating habits, my life habits, it will allow me to have a more back to normal life. And that's, I don't just want a restriction on how much I can swallow. And I certainly do not relish the idea of productive burps. that's a big deal for me. But I don't know if I'm saying this quite right. Suffice it to say, I've done the research. I have, and I've watched all of your videos. Everybody who's had RNY, VSG, lap band. I've watched hundreds and hundreds of videos, and you guys have literally been you were the start of my journey, and I can't thank you enough for that. And I really, really hope that I get okayed by my insurance for this, because it would be a new lease on life for me. And I don't think I have any way of doing it. Like, I don't have family that can help me. I don't have any other way of doing it if my insurance won't let me. So, you know, send good vibes my way, please. In any case, I met with my surgeon and his bariatric coordinator, and he's a super nice guy. The bariatric coordinator, her name is Eva. She's literally the nicest person I think I've ever met in my entire life. So I have my consultation appointment in which he's going to give me my checklist and let me know what I need to do for him, and then Eva's going to give me my checklist and let me know what I need to do for the insurance. So, looking forward to it. See you guys later.